Just because a person doesn't see your value, like, it doesn't mean that it's not there. So don't use a movement that's supposed to wrap yourself in love as a way to prove things to other people and go after it, because on this journey, that's the type of things that you want to learn to let go. Let go the need to prove yourself to yourself. Let go of the need to prove yourself to others. That's why I'm an advocate of not even telling people that you're on a self-love journey or a self-growth journey. Just disappearing and being happy and going on with your life. Hey Pixies, welcome back to my channel. It's me, Kia, and I'm back with another video. So in today's video, we are going to be talking about the extremely important topic of not weaponizing your self-love journey. This is probably one of the most important videos in this highly requested series of me discussing my self-growth, self-love, self-improvement, reinventing myself journey. And I know I say a lot of the videos are the most important, but this one really is, because this is something that needs to be talked about, and I feel like nobody is telling us. The first thing you want to do is give this video a like and subscribe to my channel, and if you're interested in hearing my take on this topic, just keep watching. So as y'all know, I've been making videos on this highly requested topic of my self-love, self-growth, reinventing myself journey, because when I came back to social media after a year-long break, a lot of people told me that they noticed a difference in me, and I mentioned some things that I did to kind of improve myself over the course of that year, and a lot of people were interested and they wanted to know more. If you're interested in checking out some of the other videos and understanding my journey and my life offline, I will have those links so you can check them out. The basis of me sharing this information is to always say that I don't have all the answers, and I will never tell you what a step-by-step guide is, or definitively more or less what you should or shouldn't do. There are no rules to this thing, and a self-love journey can be a lot of things. It can truly be whatever you want it to be. It can look however you want it to look, and I fully encourage everybody to explore themselves, who they are, what are their passions, desires, and how their own journey will align with the goals of them realizing the best version of themselves. One thing I do want to caution against, however, is the desire to weaponize your self-love journey. And by that, I mean using it as a way to prove yourself, seek validation for others, or using it as a reactionary or retaliation method of building yourself up because you've had the absence of validation or approval from other people. Your self-love journey really shouldn't be a performative effort to showcase the things that you're doing to like grow and level up yourself, just so that you can spite or bring light to the fact that other people may not have been valuing you in the past. I see a lot of people who talk about self-love and they say, you know, love yourself or nobody else will, or if nobody's gonna spend money on me, like I'm gonna spend money on myself. And that's what I mean by not weaponizing it and using it as like a reactionary form of proving yourself or earning validation. If you want to do certain things for yourself, if you want to take time to step away from social media, step away and start journaling, discover what hobbies you like, change up your style, change up your communication, change your relationship with yourself and how you relate to people, those things should be more so internalized for you, and it shouldn't be a response to saying like, this guy didn't do this, so now I'm gonna do this for myself. This guy is not taking me out, so I'm gonna take myself out on a solo date. These people are not appreciating me, so I'm going to show that I appreciate myself by showing that I'm giving myself a bubble bath, or taking a walk, or exercising, or journaling, or fill in the gap of whatever self-love, self-care genre activity, because I know y'all can relate because we've all seen that. Don't get me wrong, there's absolutely nothing wrong with people sharing their journey and the things that they're doing to care for themselves. Like even I like to watch, you know, self-care videos and seeing like the different methods and products that people come up with. So that is very normal and okay to do. But I'm just saying, just be cautious in the way people are presenting a self-love journey or their own self-love journey to you, because some people are doing it with kind of like a chip on their shoulder and it has like a little bit of an edge. It's not really intrinsic, it's more others focused. If you're doing this to like seek revenge or prove a point, or like show people that you're now that girl, or you kind of got that back then didn't want me, now I'm hot you all on me vibe about yourself, that's kind of a surefire way to like do a lot of things cosmetically, but then still end up with like a hole in your heart and a void to fill, because you're not fully grasping the concept that self-love, self-care, self-improvement, it's all internal. It starts with you, and it doesn't even necessarily have to be shared with other people. Again, it's fine to share it, but that's why I'm an advocate of not even telling people that you're on a self-love journey or a self-growth journey, just disappearing and being happy and going on with your life. Y'all have to understand that I started this journey at the end of 2020. We're about to go into 2023. So that means it's been 2 years of me going on this journey, keeping it to myself, not really talking about it until like these past couple weeks, because people have been like leaving comments and asking me and everything. So it's a difference when you come from a place of having like years to find your footing and years to understand like who you are on this journey, and I'm still on it. It's a lifelong thing. It never stops. You never get to like that destination, because you should keep uncovering and revealing new levels of yourself. Even though I'm still on my journey, I'm coming from a different lens or a perspective, because I didn't just like share it or blurt it out in the first couple weeks or first couple months or announce it to the world or anything like that. So you're standing on a different foundation. Though there are certain tips or trends or things that we all might want to participate in that can like add value to our lives and our journeys and our growth and everything, like a self-love or growth journey, it's not cookie cutter. You don't want to just do the cliche and what you see other people doing and slap a label on it and say, okay, this is loving myself, because you might not get as far as you want to get, and you just have to be careful in the way that you're consuming information, which is why I took the whole break off of social media in the first place. Just because somebody says something or puts an idea out there, it doesn't make it true, it doesn't make it law, and it doesn't necessarily have to apply to you if you don't want it to. Because sometimes, I'm trying to say this in a way that makes sense, like when you become a part of like certain groups or certain movements, or you buy into certain things on social media, there are certain characteristics and traits and qualities that come along with that you don't necessarily have to embody, and you don't have to replicate within your own life. You can choose what you resonate with, and then you can leave aside everything else. That's why for me, I don't try to make it like I know everything or these are the rules. I'm just sharing my story, and I'm very protective of my journey, and you know what works for me, I say it might not work for you, because I haven't lived your life. I don't know in essence like what is going to be your breaking moment, like your breakthrough, your self-realization. It can come in many different ways. Everything is not going to be the same for every person. If you are trying to truly go on a journey that's based in love, it shouldn't be laced with spite and having to still prove yourself and having to still like showcase like, oh, I'm okay, I'm doing these things, I'm taking care of me. I feel like sometimes people use that as a defense mechanism. It's nothing wrong with taking care of yourself and knowing that you've got you and that you're gonna hold it down for yourself regardless. But if you know that, you don't necessarily have to say it or share it with other people. When you go on this journey, it'll definitely make you, want to boss up. It'll make you want to care for yourself in different ways. It'll make you want to explore life through different lenses, and all of those things are great, and it's normal to want to find people that identify and relate to you. But that's why I also say I feel like this is a journey that you should go on alone to get the best results, or at least that's what worked out for me, because I know myself, and that was the journey that I was trying to go on. I know myself more than I did 2 years ago. I'm more in touch with myself, and my world really revolves around me and not necessarily the approval that I'm getting from other people. And when you go about your love journey in this way, it just sets the tone for overall peace in your mind, peace within yourself, in your home, within your relationships. So you don't want to bring hostility into this movement of love that you're trying to do for yourself. There's a time and place for everything, but don't let anybody like lead you into believing or trick you into thinking that a self-love journey is about bossing up so you can flex on other people later. You got to remember, most people don't really love themselves or like themselves, and that's not to say like, oh, see, you don't love yourself, you don't like yourself, yourself. So look at me over here, I love me. It's just a simple fact that, like, don't let certain things bother you. Don't let things get under your skin. Once you really go on your journey and you start to realize people just honestly are where they are, it's just kind of like, honestly, who really cares? Everybody's going to get to where they're going eventually. Just because a person doesn't see your value, like, it doesn't mean that it's not there. So don't use a movement that's supposed to wrap yourself in love as a way to prove things to other people and go after it, because on this journey, that's the type of things that you want to learn to let go. Let go the need to prove yourself to yourself. Let go of the need to prove yourself to others. Let go of the need to make everything just, you know, a constant battle and a next level checklist kind of thing. Like, just be gentle with yourself. Just let it flow. Like, let people flow into your life. Let people flow out of your life. Let experiences flow. All of those different types of things. That is what loving yourself is made up of. If you ask me, when it comes to your self-love journey, girl, just disappear, be happy, do you, but above all else, be gentle to yourself and just keep discovering and creating the ultimate version of you that you want to be. Thank y'all so much for tuning into this video. Don't forget to give this video a like, subscribe to my channel, and leave a comment. I'm going to create a playlist for this video so it's easy for you guys to find and reference. So maybe comment down below some titles that I can, you know, make of the playlist so it's easy for y'all to find. Thanks again for chatting with me, and I will catch y'all in my next video. Bye. Nothing is ever